All right, so we have our basic body model completed. Now what we need to do is more or less, I just want to adjust and refine the shape some. So some of it's just going to be adjusting the way some of the edges and things are. So if you look at here, you can see they're uneven. They're a little closer here and farther away here. So stuff like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit 2, and I'm just going to adjust this first. I'm going to click on this. I'm going to hold Control, and then we'll click on this one. It went not in the direction I was looking for. I'm going to click on this. I'm going to hold Control and click here. Where did I get to there? Okay, I'm going to hold Control and click here. Basically, when you hold Control, it will go to the closest path, which ended up being this way. I meant for it to go around. So I'm going to go like that. Yeah, if you go to Edge, you'll see there's Edge Slide, and then I can slide this edge. So I'm going to slide it. Ah, crap, I still got snapping on. Let's do Shift R. Is that didn't work? Okay. Edge slide, and then basically I can slide this edge over. Let's go about there, and I'm just gonna do the same thing here again. I'm gonna click on this, gonna hold Control, click up there, gonna hold Control, and then we will just do the same thing. Shift R. Ah, Shift R is supposed to repeat the action, but it doesn't work all the time. And I'm gonna go about halfway, and that way it's just a little more even. You can see the edges are more even across. That looks better. We could even maybe take this one and this one. I'm just gonna go ahead and like scale these closer to each other like that, just so it's a little bit tighter there. Um, all right, and I could see like I'm just gonna go to 1. I'm just gonna take this because see how this kind of comes in and over. I'm just gonna go like this at this angle so that way. Oh, why is that not? Oh, symmetry is off. Oh, that's how it got messed up last time. So we'll go like this, and that means it wasn't happening on the other side. I'm gonna hit A real quick, and I'm just so I get this sim crap mesh symmetrize. Okay. All right. So that looks kind of okay. If you look right here, you can see this is kind of flat. I'd rather this was not, so I'm going to grab these and I'm just going to do G and just go up a little bit so it's a little more round. I'm going to grab maybe these shoulder ones here and just do G, bring it in a little bit just to soften it. Um, More or less, I'm just trying to make the geometry a little bit more even. This crotch feels a little bit weird, so I'm just going to go down like that and this one as well. I'm just going to go G down like that. Um, I feel like it needs more geometry right here because you can see it's kind of flat. So I'm just going to hover in here. I'm going to hit Control R to insert an edge loop like that. And I'm just going to right click so it leaves it alone. And then we're just going to grab this one and this one. And I'm just going to G, pull that forward a little bit. Let's go like this, right? I'm just basically moving points. This obviously needs a whole lot. He's got no badonkey donk, as they say, right? His milkshake is not bringing anyone's boys to the yard for sure. So let's get this out here. So he's got at least a little bit of a buttocks like that. All right, so it's not amazing, but it'll roughly get the idea across. Um, This looks a little bit off. Let's have that go up there. All right. So basically just do some shape adjustment, if you will. Um, we will do a little bit more with this later, but oops, I meant this one. But you get the idea. Okay, so just move those points around. Try to get closer. Use your images as an approximation. When you have images like this, you don't have to be like 100%. Really, they're there just for references. These isometric views, they can be helpful, but you don't have to like 100% stick to it. So if you want to make adjustments from them, feel free. Okay. I would like to add some more geometry to some other things as well. So let's go ahead and add some to the leg here. So I'm gonna hit Control R. We're gonna put one halfway between, and I'm put one halfway between here as well. Good. All right. So now what we can do is instead of having this be so flat, I'm gonna go to the side view here. I'm gonna turn on X-ray so I can see through. There we go. And we're gonna take this, and I'm just gonna move it slightly forward like that. And I'm also going to hit S and scale it out slightly, just so that there's a little bit more of like a thigh here. And we're going to do the same thing here. I'm going to hit S, make this a little bit bigger. And then I'm going to hold Alt to go to this side. I'm going to hit G and push this a little bit back. so that there's a curve here, but this is kind of straight. This is kind of curved on this side, but this kind of side's kind of straight. And that's kind of typically what you see of a leg. Um, we could add a little bit more to that as well, but we're just going to call that good enough for now. I'm going to go ahead and do the bicep area here. So I'm going to Control R, put one in here, and I'll put one here as well. Control R, click. Okay. Let's go ahead and let's grab these ones. So I'm gonna hit two. I'm gonna hit Alt to click this edge loop. And then what I want to do is only scale it really this direction, not this way, because the bicep is wide here, but it's relatively flat on the sides. So we're gonna hit, I'm gonna look here and it's Y axis, right? So I'm gonna hit S and then hit Y. So only scales at Y a little bit. And we're just gonna go a little bit wider on the Y, like so. I'm also gonna go just a little bit, a real touch forward like that. I'm going to hold Alt, click on this one, and I want this one scaled this way, but not this way. So it's the opposite of the arm. So that's going to be an X. So I'm going to hit S, and then I'm going to hit X, and we're just going to scale it a little bit wider, not too much, like that. Okay, so that gives that a little bit more stuff to work with. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna turn this off so I can see a little bit better. Yeah, we have a little bit more. Now, another thing that we need is the foot here feels kind of a weird shape. So I should put an edge loop in here. So I'm gonna hit Control R and I'm gonna click in there and we're gonna go like that. It's a little bit like angled more than I would like. I want to flatten that. So what I'm going to do is it's on the Y axis. See the green here? So it's the Y. So I'm going to hit S. I'm going to hit Y, and I'm just going to pull it to the center. Or you can type in 0, would obviously also work. I'm going to go to this view. I'm going to put wireframe back on, or X-ray. I'm going to hit 1, and then I'm just going to grab basically these bits, and I'm going to do G, and I'm just going to move it down a little bit. It also grabs through the other side, but we're going to symmetrize this anyway, just so that it has a little bit more of that kind of foot getting smaller thing. Because currently that doesn't make a lot of sense. So we'll take this and I'm going to go down a little bit more here too. Okay, that looks a little better. All right, let's put X-ray back off so I can see a little bit better again. Yeah, that's okay. All right, so this feels very flat, but if I try to put one in here, you're gonna see it's gonna put it on the arm, which I don't really want to do. So we're gonna leave that alone for now. Um, okay. So the other thing I need to do is I need elbows and knees. So you could see that, not that side, this side, you could see they're kind of in there, but there should be like a little bit of a bump. And also I want to be able to support basically the ability to bend. So currently, if we were to rotate this, okay, you can see there's not enough geometry here to basically support the knee bending. Okay, so what I need to do is we need to put more in there. So put this back off. Um, I'm going to go ahead and we're just going to hit Control R and I'm going to click and I'm going to drag it pretty close to basically the knee here. I'm going to do it on the underneath where that knee line is. And we're going to do the same thing here, pretty close like that. The reason why is I actually want it kind of tight here, but then on this side, we're going to want it to not be. So I'm going to hit 2. I'm going to grab this edge loop and this edge loop. And we are going to, I'm going to go to the side view here. We're going to do G, and I'm just going to kind of pull this up. I'm going to grab this one and this one, the two front ones. And I'm going to do G. I'm going to pull this one kind of down. I'm going to hit Shift Z to quickly, well, that's probably confusing to you. Um, I'm just going to go ahead and just hit 1. I'm going to grab this guy and just move this one up just so it's more gradual. So see how it's kind of got this wedge shape? Do the same thing on the inside. Grab these G and down. And then I want the knee to actually come out a little bit. So I'm going to grab all 3 of these and we're going to do G and we're just going to push it out just a little bit. And then that way it'll give them a stronger knee. And we're just going to do the same thing for the elbow. So go to the elbow area. I'm going to hit Control R, click, go like, say like that. Control R, click. Oops, that's weird. It went not in the direction I was in. Control R, click, and kind of tight there. And then we're just going to do the same thing. I'm going to grab the back ends here, and we'll pull this up a little bit, like so. And we'll grab this guy, like that. And then I'm going to grab this edge loop, and we're just going to kind of pull it out like that. Okay, just so he has basically that elbow, and he also has a knee. I'm going to add another edge loop in for the shoulder as well, in between here, just so that we can further define it, but also so there's more geometry because we do a lot of bending and twisting up here as well. So we're just going to go like this and kind of put that up, and then we'll hit one, and I'm just going to take this and we'll just kind of make that more of like an armpit area. Okay, so something like that, so that way we are supporting basically that shape as well. And oh, let's also do for the ankle. We're not going to do a bunch more with it, but I just need more in here. So I'm going to hit Control R, click in here, and I'm just going to click off because I need to have at least 3 edge loops for wherever there's a bend. And let's also put some in here, Control R, and I'm going to go a little bit closer to this on this side, Control R. I'm going to go a little bit closer on this because right where the ball of the foot is also where you will bend, right? So I think we might call that good as far as the body is concerned. Oh, let's do this. Hit A, go to mesh, and then do symmetrize. Okay, and now we've got on both ends. And we'll just go off object mode. I'm going to turn off the wireframe so you can kind of see what it looks like. And this is what we have. Now, what you can do, if you don't like the faceted look, so you can see how there's like you see the individual faces, you can select it. And in edit mode, select all, go to edge, and then you can choose, um, oh, I'm sorry, it's face. Face, you can choose shade smooth, and then I'll hit tab, get back, and then you'll see the smooth shaded mode. Now, if you want to see it super like smooth, you can select it, go to the modifier, this little wrench, and then you can go to generate and just choose subdivision surface, and that will add a subdivision surface modifier. Something weird going on with the legs there. Oh, I have faces inside my knees somehow. I don't know how that happened. So I'm gonna hit, we're gonna turn this off. If you have this problem, go inside of here. I was wondering why. I'm gonna hit, select this tab, hit 3. I'm gonna select this face, delete it, faces. Good. I'm doing the other side too. Instead of having to symmetrize, boom, delete faces. And then you turn this back on, uh, tab, and now you'll see the knees aren't weird looking. Okay, so that's what we have so far. So you should have your body. Obviously, depending what your body looks like and what you're doing, make adjustments therein. But hopefully, this will give you a rough idea of a body. We're just trying to get the general shape in for now.